Hi everyone, I'm the plant propagator and welcome to my channel. Today it is a beautiful afternoon here in Southwest Florida. Not a cloud in the sky, butterflies are all over the place. It's just a great day, and it's even made better because I got my orchids with me, and I've got two orchids that are blooming. I've got a repeat bloomer right here, relatively new plant, and then I've got a first bloom on this plant right here. So let's start off with the repeat bloomer, and this is right over here. This is Cattleya STK Jewel, and this is an orchid that I bought a couple of years ago at the Tamiami International Orchid Festival in Miami, and I got it from a Thai company called Conjarn Greens. The STK in the name of STK Jewel is the kind of the abbreviation for the breeder that generated this plant. Thailand makes just lots of different orchids breeding. They do a lot of cloning, and their approach on this is to make a cross, generate a lot of seedlings from that cross, and then wait until they flower and pick the premier ones. And apparently this was one of those. So STK Jewel, it has not been awarded in through the AOS yet, but it is a plant that was selected at Conjarn Greens by the breeder. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. STK is the abbreviation. And this is a great plant. When I picked this up, there were no roots. It was just pseudobulbs with all the roots, most of the roots chopped off. And this is how many of the international companies bring their orchids into the U.S. because of a little easier for the regulations as far as to get them imported when there's no roots or potting medium associated with that. So I got this plant, and it has ended up, this is the second or third bloom on this, and so far the first two blooms look pretty similar. This bloom though looks a little different. This is the first time I've had this many blooms on it. So I've got 3 blooms on one spike, 2 blooms on another spike. It's a flared Cattleya. It got some really nice coloration to it. No fragrance that I'm picking up so far. But the previous time when it's bloomed, there's been a little bit of extra purple in the petals, and this time I'm not seeing that. Maybe that'll develop over time. I don't know. This group opened maybe 3 days ago, and this group of 2 opened up yesterday. So maybe it has some development. We'll get development of some more colors in there as we go. We'll take a look and we'll see. But if you can see from this, so you can see that the new bloom is here. I'll put it on the left, and then the previous bloom is on the right. And you can see they're similar, but you can also see how they are different. The plant appears to be really vigorous. I should mention again, with most of my Cattleyas, they are in lavastone and leca, but the plant appears to be pretty vigorous. It's putting out a lot of new roots, and even when it's blooming right now, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 new pseudobulbs coming out of it. So this is what happens with orchids when they get big. When they start getting big and they get new leads, they start putting out more pseudobulbs. I planted this, I thought, in the proper part of the pot where the new growth would come out, and I do have some of the new growth is coming out in the center of the pot, but then some of the new growth is also coming out at the edge of the pot. So we'll see. There's a lot of room in this pot for this orchid to spread. It's not that old. I didn't move it, that long ago into this pot, and we'll see how it goes. Anyway, Cattleya STK Jewel, pretty nice plant. I haven't used it for any of my hybridizations yet. I wasn't that impressed the first time with the coloration and the flower, but this time I like this color a little bit more, and maybe this is how this plant is growing now that it's matured a little bit more. Okay, moving on. First bloom, always excited first blooms. And this I'm excited about for a couple of different for a few different reasons. This is Cattleya Fascelis, and this is I picked this up at Palmer Orchid. Palmer Orchids maybe around 5 or 6 months ago, not very long ago. And I picked this up, and this is a hybrid between, I got to look at it, Cattleya bicolor and Cattleya aclandiae. Both of the parents on this had alba flowers. This progeny plant, which had not bloomed before, and all the progeny plants that they have recovered, they've all been non-alba. And so this one just added to this. I picked up this specific plant. There may have been about 10 of these at the time when I was there. I picked up this specific plant because it was so vigorous. It was in a small pot. I repotted it in a 6-inch pot, and it was in, I think, maybe a 3 or 4-inch pot, but it was growing close to over the edge, and you could tell of all the plants that were there, this one, I'm sure they sold a bunch of them before I came there, but this one was clearly, when I bought it, it was the most vigorous. It has continued to grow, even though I bought this home and transplanted it in here. It has grown tremendously. What it has right now is this bloom right here, these two blooms right here, and these came out, I think, maybe around a couple of weeks ago. So these opened a couple of weeks ago. Again, I kind of knew what this was going to be. It's an aclandiae parent. I was hoping for alba, but it's okay. And what I got is a nice flower with spots. Fragrance on this, just a hint of fragrance on this one. So maybe, maybe it'll get more over time. I don't know, but there is a little bit of fragrance. But again, the nice thing about it, it's a really nice flower. The lip opens really well, like the parents. Spotting, maybe I wish the petals and sepals were a little bit fuller, but still, it is a very nice flower, and 2 flowers on this spike. Primary hybrids got a lot of vigor to it, and it just, and this is what I go for, and this is what I pick. I haven't crossed this yet, but I'm going to. The other thing that I wanted to mention to you, and that I wanted to also show you, is in addition to these 2 open flowers, there is a flower spike here that has a single flower, another flower spike here that has a single flower, and then there's another flower still in sheath that I can't tell here, but it may also be a single flower there. So I just got this a short time ago, and the first bloom, there are probably going to be 4 flower spikes that are going to be open on this plant. This plant is a seedling. It says on it that it's a seedling, so it has not bloomed before. There were no remnant flower spikes that were on this plant. It had not bloomed before, but it has since been growing really quickly and aggressively, a very vigorous plant, and I do like the flowers. I'm not really sure what I'm going to use in my crosses. I'll probably try to get the spots that are on this onto a bigger plant. Again, vigor is what I go for in the orchids in my collection, and this thing is doing really well. It's growing well. I don't think I'm going to cross it with this. Maybe, who knows? We'll see. So anyway, this is Cattleya Fascelis, first bloom on a primary hybrid between Cattleya bicolor and Cattleya aclandiae. I'm really excited about this. I can't wait to see how quickly this fills up the pot and what it looks like when all of the blooms are open. All right, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did and you want to keep on seeing them, it would help me out if you can click on like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already a subscriber. All right, that's all I have for you. Again, I hope you enjoyed it, and happy propagating.